Good morning, and welcome to our 6th grade promotion ceremony here at Loyola Elementary School. Welcome to our families, to all of our students, and to our staff. It has been said that there is nothing on this earth more prized than true friendship. When I think back to my elementary school days, I think of the friends that I made. And now, as an adult, I have realized how lucky I am to still have some of those friends today, 47 some odd years later. Students, although we have known one another for a short while, I've had the pleasure of watching you grow. I have watched you try to find your way, work hard, persevere, and even on occasion, I have watched you struggle. But the one thing that I have enjoyed the most is watching you make friends and enjoy your friends. You see, students, one day, 47 some odd years from now, you will look back and realize how lucky you are that you still have friends from elementary school. Because true friendships are gifts, ones that you will cherish for your entire lives. As you leave Loyola, and the first leg of your educational journey behind you, not only do we all want you to do well, we want you to do good. Good things that will make your new school and the world around you a better place for all people. In a world that sometimes can be very cruel, be kind. We all know it's really not that hard. Befriend a student that is sitting alone at lunch and ask them to join you. Offer to help a classmate that may be struggling and needs somebody to talk to. Seek out those that need help and do your best to help them. These small gestures of kindness will have more of an impact than you will ever know. Such acts of kindness capture the spirit of what it truly means to be a Loyola Lion. All that being said, as you enter the next phase of your lives, take with you what you've learned here at Loyola. You've been taught by high-quality teachers and cared for by a top-notch staff, the best LASD has to offer. Congratulations on this very special accomplishment. No matter where your life takes you, remember, you will always be a lion, and the doors to our school will always be open to you. Enjoy the morning.
Throughout the years at Loyola, we have relied on the help of a very important group of people, the room parents. They have organized carpools, planned parties, scheduled volunteers, and sent and responded to seemingly millions of emails. Without their support, our Loyola experience would have been very different. If you have ever been a room parent in any grade, would you please stand to be recognized?
And to all of our parents and guardians, we would not be where we are today without your support. Big things like donating money to the PTA and LAEF so we could have library, PE, and technology in our classrooms, attending the walkathon all day on your Saturday, and making sure we had lunch in our backpacks or ordered online before you raced out of the door each morning.
Then there were the hundred of other things you helped with over the years we have been at Loyola. The Project Cornerstone, library volunteers, driving and chaperoning on field trips, living classroom, STEM Expo, art lesson volunteers, class parties, helping out the teachers, and of course helping us at home with the various projects and challenges.
And all this was before your living rooms turned into our virtual classrooms. Your kitchens became 24-hour all-you-can-eat buffets. And the little free time you did have turned you into tutors and tech support to keep us learning and growing through a pandemic.
So we want to thank you, our parents, for the literally thousands of hours you volunteered your time and supported us in our journey. While we may not always say it, we do notice and we do appreciate you. Students, please stand up and give your parents a round of applause.
For many of you parents out there, you have attended Loyola for many more years than any of your children. Many of you have seen multiple children enter and exit this very special place. For some of you, this is your final promotion ceremony and potentially your last time on campus. In a way, you are also being promoted, so congratulations. You are leaving Loyola for the last time with the class of 2022. Will you please stand and be recognized for your accomplishments?
Wait, I'm supposed to go.
For our final English writing assignment, each student created a speech. 4 of the speeches were selected for this promotion. Our first speaker will be Gavin Elephant.
Welcome to 6th grade graduation. Safe to say, elementary school has been a roller coaster. We all joined that roller coaster in kindergarten, whether you start at Loyola or not. We were all shuffling our feet forward, inch by inch, into the classroom. We all made eye contact, 2 tried to speak, 3 texted. Little did we know, we weren't just entering a classroom, we were boarding a roller coaster. A roller coaster that would shape our lives. We've all grown a lot, except for me. We started the roller coaster with slight moves, learning our ABCs and numbers. Then we started going up and down, trying to master reading. After that, we got to the fun part, big curves and fast up and downs, where we learned math from addition to multiplying and dividing. Then we hit the stop on the tracks, with rocks and broken rails. We fought through the end of 4th grade online and stayed on those broken rails during the start of 5th grade. Working together, we found ourselves back to big curves with big ups and downs in the 5th grade. Finally, we found ourselves speeding through 6th grade, flying 100 miles per hour to get done with school. But as soon as we got to the end, we didn't want it to end. We didn't want to lose our friends that we play with every day at recess. We didn't want to lose our amazing teachers and staff that make school fun. And we didn't want to lose the home-safe feeling of Loyola Elementary School. Now it's time to move on to middle school and meet new friends. It's time to share this journey with our friends, both old and new. It's time to walk into that middle school now and show everyone that we are ready. If you ever need help, always remember that you have your classmates and teachers to guide you through this new roller coaster you're about to board. And if you still think middle school is tough, remember, you just got through COVID. That means you can get through anything.
Thank you, Gavin. Our next speaker will be Miroslava Mullins. We started this thing in kindergarten, in a small classroom filled with small children prodding at their noses. We never expected to get where we are today. We played with slime, laughed so hard we couldn't breathe, and longed for as much sugar as was humanly possible to consume. Our saddest moments were when someone made us spell I cup and got mad when they made fun of us. 1st to 4th grade was fun. It was memorable and COVID-free. 5th grade. Masks and social distancing from the people you love. The year started online. It was hard to complete assignments and even harder to be stuck at home. Teachers helped, but there wasn't much you could do through a screen. Then, instead of being all online, we switched to cohorts. We became friends with our little groups of people who came to school. We were used to being a small class and looked at the other class with wondering eyes. We weren't allowed to converse with them, so we constantly wondered how they were doing. Still, 5th grade half in person was better than fully online. We learned and had some wonderful memories. We would also see the 6th graders as scary and intimidating. Then came 6th grade. You realize, yes, some people are scary and intimidating. But our class stuck together. Our teachers stood with us, caring for us and teaching us not only knowledge, but also life lessons. They taught us to become better people. 6th grade was when things started to get complicated. You made friends, you fought with them, and sometimes you even lost them. We felt new emotions we have never felt before. It was hard to become this emotional wreck. Sometimes, it was hard to be happy without feeling sad as well. At the same time, though, we were very happy. We could do so many new things and constantly hung out with our new friends. Sixth grade was an amazing, sad, and perfect memory. It was an entirely new world opened by our dear teachers, Miss McDonald and Miss Longo. Thank you so much for making this worth it.
Thank you, Mira. Our next speaker will be Agam Rosenberg.
I write a lot, and I definitely talk a lot, but I'm not going to make this speech like 20 minutes long. I moved to California from New York during the summer of second grade. It's been a wild ride since. It's like a roller coaster. You go up and down, up and down. It never ends, till it does. The end of the roller coaster is sixth grade. Next year, in seventh grade, the roller coaster starts up again, except it's a completely new and different ride. All right, enough with the metaphors. Everyone has changed a lot since we all first met. We were all little kids, either introverted or extroverted. I didn't even know what those words meant back then. I think when it comes to making friends or just meeting new people in general, you either be yourself or you become a completely different person. If it weren't for sixth grade, I don't think any of us would be complete. In most parts of California, middle school starts in sixth grade. I think it's fair to feel lucky enough that we don't have to experience that until next year. I've always thought about how many more years I have until middle school. Now here I am, writing a speech for my sixth grade graduation. If you don't mind, I would like to end this with a quote from one of my favorites. Like Percy Jackson once said, "Look, I didn't want to be a half-blood." I think in ways we could refer to that as, "Look, I didn't want to be a kid," or "Look, I didn't want to grow up." So there we go. Maybe it's just me, or maybe it's everyone here. No one chooses to grow up, but in the end, I think it's important to understand that eventually we do need to. I mean, it's not like we're Peter Pan or anything. I can't help but think, oh God, I'm old now. Even though I know that I have a long time until I'm as old as my parents. Thanks for listening to a speech by an average height, pretty darn hyper 11-year-old. Cue the dramatic speedrun music.
Thank you, Agam. We would now like to welcome up Jackson Corbett.
This is it. After 7 long years of hard work, my classmates and I finally get to take the next step in life. I will never forget my time at Loyola. To quote from one of the greatest or most annoying shows ever, Caillou, he once said, "Growing and changing and finding my way." I can confidently say that each one of us has grown, changed, and are continuing to find our way. This is all thanks to Loyola and the amazing teachers who helped me and my classmates become the people that we are today. Each grade is always a new experience and a fun way to grow and learn. I'll never forget the Purple Cow milkshakes in kindergarten, where we learned milkshakes are delicious, or zipping around on those rickety old bikes where we learned to be patient and avoid collisions. Then it was on to first grade, where we burst out crying if someone else was chosen to be line leader. Over the course of the year, we learned we were all going to be chosen as line leader. Or who could forget the luau lawn party where we got to throw water balloons, and I remember learning not everyone wanted to get wet. Then it was on to second grade, where we attempted to break the record for the world's largest race tag game. We sadly failed, but trying to break that record was a lot of fun. As I entered third grade, I felt like a king as the oldest in lower grade. It was one of my favorite years besides kindergarten, first, second, fourth, fifth, and sixth grade. And then we became upperclassmen. Fourth grade was like a blank canvas where everything felt new. From the playground in Blacktop to the new ball shack, we were also introduced to the recorder. For some reason, any time I practiced at home, my brother had to leave the house. Come to think of it, so did my parents. Then COVID hit and everything shut down. School was now online and everything was canceled. 5th grade was an interesting year. No classrooms, no playgrounds, no seeing friends every day. Instead, it was me yelling for help as I struggled to get on a Google Meet. That year we learned a lot about our classmates' families because we often forgot to hit the mute button. But we still learned a lot about math, English, and video games. I mean science. In all seriousness, 5th grade taught us to persevere, to ask questions when struggling, and to adapt. We all became stronger as individuals and together as a class. Now we are 6th graders. Now we are 6th graders. We have found our way to become the leaders of this school. There was also a lot of change. We no longer had cubbies, no longer had one teacher, and our subjects became harder. But we had a lot of fun too. The history competitions made learning interesting. A frog dissection taught us about science. And we will never forget Mrs. McDonald's funny reading voice that kept us all entertained. Or Miss Longo allowing us to play Wordle games at the start of class. While Loyola put us on a great path for life, I know that we, the class of 2022, will continue to find our own unique paths, and we are all going to do great things in life. No matter where life takes us, we will always be the Loyola Lions.
We would now like to invite the class of 2022 to come forward and receive their promotion certificates.
There's lots of them.
Who's the last person?
Your glasses?
Oh my gosh. Oh no, those are his
Sorry.
glasses.
Looked like hers. She's.
Kimmy Aquino.